Ron Van Dam. A man, a microphone, and a complete lack of conversational filters. This is the Ron Van Dam Show on New England Broadcasting.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Oh, thank you for all the applause. Your applause is deafening. Thank you so much. Please sit down. The standing ovation is embarrassing me. Oh my God. Hey, welcome to the program. Indeed, it is the Ron Van Dam Show. I'm one of the people involved in the title. Thank you for being here. Make yourself comfortable. This won't take long. And by the way, thank you for your many donations toward this program. How am I supposed to eat? How am I supposed to pay my rent? How am I supposed? How can I exist like this? Actually, I don't pay rent. I pay a mortgage. Ooh, okay, ooh. I am my own slumlord. It's silly. Okay, stop it. It's enough. It's enough theme music. Ladies and gentlemen, John Shanahan is your announcer, comedy writer. What a guy. What a guy. Then there's Nicole Reed. She books many of the national interviews that you hear in this program. She's that British voice that you hear at the beginning of the program as well. What a woman. What a woman. And then there's Jason Shaw, who composes and performs the theme music, the closing theme, and some of the incidental music, incidentally. The lovely and talented Jason Shaw. What a talented man he is. And then there's you. If you look in the dictionary that nobody has anymore, you will find a picture of you under the category of incredibly tolerant. Thank you so much for your tolerance. I think that one at the reviewing their life, looking back on their lives, I think one thing they can all claim is I was tolerant. I was tolerant. That's what you need to make it through this life, baby. Thank God the liquor stores are doing well, huh? Yeah, they are. They're selling liquor like off the shelves. Wonder why. You know, it's hard to find a therapist these days because if you try to make an appointment with a therapist, they'll say, I can't do it on that day. I'm seeing my therapist. Yeah, and they need that. They need that so badly. I read somewhere a couple of years ago, or it could have been a decade ago. No, it was yesterday. It was yesterday. That the number one occupation for suicide, guess what it is? No. The highest rated suicide rate of ratings is amongst the profession of dentistry. I don't know why either. Then I thought about it. Why would dentistry be so depressing that people would want to kill themselves? And then I realized that your entire career is putting your hands in other people's mouths. That is depressing, yes. Although it's quite lucrative. Everybody has to get their teeth cleaned. So, like on a regular basis, everybody eats crap, so they've got cavities. Everybody, when you get older, your teeth have to do things. So you got to see, So, yeah, it's really should be a very joyous type of profession. But apparently it's not. I can't figure out why the suicide rate among dentists would be so high. There must be a lot of dentists that take the place of those that take their lives. I don't know. And I think I'm being a little dark about this, but I'm trying to figure out why they were rated so high in suicide. Why are not oral hygienists also like dropping like flies? That I don't understand. Why is it the dentists? Is it the pressure of the teeth amongst the what is it? What is it? Do they come home from work at the end of the day? Hi, dear, how is your day? Assuming that the dentist was a guy, which isn't necessarily the case. But, hi, dear, how is your day? Oh, Mrs. Johnson had a cavity, and I feel like I want to kill myself. I mean, I understand it. I just don't get it. I mean, I think it's like working at a hospital or something would be like worse, seeing all those people sick like day in and day out. I mean, your entire career is based on other people like feeling in pain and horrible. I mean, that's depressing. But no, apparently it's the dentistry profession. I don't understand it. I kind of don't understand. I don't understand. See, I don't understand. I don't understand dentistry at all. I just don't. It's a career made in somebody else's mouth. I've heard of careers like in financial institutions where you're investing other people's money, but now you're like fixing other people's mouths. It's like, fix your own mouth. What do you want from me? I don't understand it. And do you have to have like a experience in construction in order to work in somebody's mouth? I mean, does it not take a construction crew to reconstruct someone's teeth and stuff like that? I mean, shoving tubes in their mouth, the gurgle tubes, I call them. Do they still use those? I don't know. My dentist is very archaic. When I sit in the dentistry chair, the dentist comes in with hammer and chisel and one of those air drills, one of those things that they use, to break up the street. What do they call those things? I don't even know. See, my mind is just going. It's just going. It's almost going, gone. Yeah, I don't know. And it's the oral hygienists that really do most of the work. They're like doing all the prep work, They're in there and they're checking it out and they're taking pictures of my teeth. I've never taken a picture of my own. I've never done a tooth selfie before. I guess you can. But I've never really thought of doing that. I never see that. You never meet a friend who says, hey, look at this. Look at it here. I got a picture of myself on this. This is my molar. This is my molar. Look at my molar. They don't do that. You don't go on Facebook. It's not Toothbook. You don't go on Facebook and see people's molars and cavities. It's not like, I don't know. Maybe you should do that. Maybe you should take a picture of your tooth and put it on Facebook. Is Facebook still alive? Are you still doing that? So, Donald Trump, this guy? Oh, my God. Train wreck. Ooh, woo, woo, woo. That's the sound of a train. Train wreck. New York court judge found him guilty of frauding the city and the government. Without question, he was, they knew he was. I mean, businessmen of that ego stature, yeah, of course he cheated the government. Of course. They all do. But if you're going to be brash about it, like Trump is brash about everything, you're probably going to get caught at what you do. And your excuse, well, everybody does it, never seems to fly. Have you ever been speeding down the highway and an officer pulls you to the side and says, I'm giving you a ticket, you're going 20 miles over the speed limit, and then you say, well, everybody else was doing the same. I was going the same speed as everybody else. Yeah, but you were going 20 miles over the speed limit, weren't you? Why are you picking on me? I can't stop everybody. Believe me, I'm trying. Well, that's you, Trump. I mean, not only are you speeding down the highway, but you've got gigantic spotlights on your car. So anyway, so he's found guilty. He has to pay, listen to this, baby. I think you probably know the amount. He has to pay nearly $400 million. That's a $500 million. On top of that, he's got this woman that successfully sued him for harassment. The courts say it was actual rape of a sort. And he's fined, I think, $83 million in that one. And he keeps getting fined more because he keeps maligning her. And then they bring him to court again. He has to pay even more. So he's up to $500 million. Does Trump have $500 million, really? Or is he full of shit like everything else? I don't know. We don't know. But he's been called on it. This is a poker game, and he's not holding the better hand this time. Now, in the state of New York, you can appeal everything, but it doesn't mean that the judgment doesn't stick, and it doesn't mean that you don't have to pay. State of New York, you got to pay that fine. You can appeal it, try to get it back, but you have to pay it within 30 days. Holy shit. Oh, God, Don. So here's what Donald has done, and I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. It sounds like I'm doing a comedy routine, but I'm not. He announced over the weekend a new sneaker line. Yep, the sneakers go for nearly $400 a pair. It's $300 and something a pair of sneakers. It's got an American flag on it, and the sneaker is like a brash gold. You can't hide the fact you're wearing those sneakers if you happen to. So he's selling sneakers. The man's running for president and starts a sneaker line. I pinch me. Now that's not the only thing he's selling. He's also got a Trump line of cologne or something, some kind of perfume cologne thing going on. I don't know what the scent is, but I don't think I want to smell it. So he's got the aftershave cologne perfume thing going, and this brand new sneaker venture, Trump sneakers. You can't make it up, because it's true, and I'm sure he'll get plenty of people who love him, and will buy the sneakers. And if you're walking down the street and you see somebody wearing gold sneakers, it won't necessarily be a comment on their political persuasion, although it is, but it won't necessarily be that. It'll be more like, how much of a douche are you? How much of a sucker can one be? That's going to be the impression of the person walking down the street wearing gold sneakers. Trump gold sneakers. Look, it's a douchebag parade over there. I don't know. And that is not a political statement. That's like, oh my God, you bought those things? You're trying to bail them out? I don't understand what's going on here. I just don't get it. Anyway, that made me think. I don't have a merchandise line of anything right now. Am I missing out on an opportunity to make a lot of money? About 2 years ago, if that, I interviewed the creator of Captain Underpants. He's got a strange first name. Anyway, Captain Underpants creator. And it was a nice little interview. And I thought to myself, wow, this man's making money off of a cartoon that involves underpants. That's what I wanted to do. How can I somehow make money with a merchandise line? It has to involve underpants, because nothing's stranger or funnier or weirder than underpants. Pants are strange. Pants are funny. Any joke that has pants in it is probably going to end up being like really knee-slapping, knee-slapping your pant knee funny. Pants, funnier. Pants are funny. Underpants, funnier yet. Panties, not so much. For some reason, panties have a sexual connotation. Hey, you want to smell her panties? That's disgusting. And, okay. But smelling underpants, talking about underpants, that's not really as disgusting as it is funny. That's just funny. So that's going to be my mode of success, merchandising underpants. And they're going to be called, Fruit of the Loom? Fruit has nothing to do with underpants, but it worked out. My last name, I don't know if you know this, but my last name is Van Dam. 2 separate words of love. That damn part, maybe I can use that to some financial benefit. Wait a minute. Damn underpants. Wow. It's like your wife says, I'm going to do the laundry now. Take off your damn underpants. Give me your damn underpants. And that'll be a brand. And I don't think anybody has really done a brand search on that name. I think we're good. So damn underpants. I know. On the band of the underpants themselves, it'll say in big letters, only 3 of them, damn. But no N, because that's sacrilegious to an extent. When one wants sacrilegious underpants, that's getting into a category that could get a little sticky. See how funny that is? It'll just say D-A-M, damn. Look at those underpants. Damn, they look good. Damn. That's what I'm doing. My own underpants line. The only reason that I may not go into it are there's so many different SKUs involved. Yeah, you've got your small, medium, large, extra large, and geez, you're fat. Those 4 sizes. So I got to have 4 different SKUs. So I could get like too large an inventory of small or too small an inventory of large. And then I'm losing, inventory gets all messed up, and you can't say, all right, we're selling the small underpants for a discount. If you're large, give it a shot. Can't do that, You gotta stick to your size. And they're going to be true to size. Ron, are your underpants going to be true to size? Sorta. Some of them will be false to size. In other words, it'll say small, but they won't fit people at all. That's not true to size. Well, it is if I put the wrong label on the underpants. Oh, you're right. I'm serious. And they're going to be gold, just like Trump's sneakers. Golden underpants. He has earned the golden underpants. He has not streaked them in over 3 years. And he has washed them consistently and wears them proudly and changes it frequently. He has earned the gold underpants. Yep. And I'm going to have little certificates that I'm going to send in the mail to people who buy the gold underpants. You have earned the certificate of freshness and loveliness and goodness. Here is your gold certificate. You have earned the gold underpants certificate from the Van Dam Corporation. That's going to happen. It's going to happen. I don't know when. Could be posthumously. I don't know, but it's going to happen. And take advantage of the underpants market. It's brands. There's a lot of sneakers. They're all sneakers. I mean, who are we kidding here, They make them sound like that you can leap in the air and all that kind of crap. They're just sneakers. It's the branding. It's the marketing. I mean, everybody wears underpants. Who gives a crap about... Oh, see, that's funny, too. Who gives a crap about underpants? Well, I think we all do, right? So, if you brand them properly and come up with a proper name for you market the underpants properly, this could be a gold mine. And that's what I'm shooting for, baby. So, you can say, hey, I knew Van Dam when he was just a talk show host. Now he's the king of the underpants. A title that I don't know if I want to deal with, but yet if money is involved, it probably wouldn't hurt. So, my question to you is, if I put out my own line of underpants, which is going to cost me a lot of money because I have to invest in the Underpants thing. Would you buy them? Would you buy them? That's what I'm asking you. No, that's what I'm asking you. Or do you just want to just donate to me?
The Ron Van Dam Show is made possible by generous contributions from listeners like you. Except you, Jerry. You're a turd. We're sending your money back to you. Don't ever send money here again, Jerry. You know perfectly well why. Final warning. You haven't forgotten. We haven't forgotten, Jerry, okay? Like $14 was gonna smooth things over with Ron. No, Jerry. Just fucking no. We will send people to your house. For everyone who's not Jerry, thank you. And we return you to the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Ron?
I'm doing great. Dave Pilkey joins us now. The Dog Man, A Tale of Two Kitties. This is exciting. Has it been out very long?
No, it just came out last week.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Where did Captain Underpants come from?
It actually came from my imagination when I was a child. I was having a lot of trouble in school, and my teacher was always sending me out into the hallway, and I didn't have very much else to do out there, so I started drawing pictures and making up stories about Captain Underpants.
Wow. And this has been going on for 20 years?
Well, in my life, it's been going on for almost 45 years. Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. So, do you remember the first Captain Underpants? You remember that far back?
I do. I actually remember around the time that it started, my teacher was telling the class a story, and she used the word underwear, and everyone in my class started laughing, and that made her so angry, and she was like, "Boys and girls, underwear is not funny," and we just laughed even harder, and I thought, oh, that's a good idea for a comic. I should do something with that.
It is perfect. And even funnier, of course, underpants. There's nothing funnier in the world than underpants. I mean, because a lot happens. And
yeah.
I know. And when you see somebody in their underpants, it's hilarious.
It can be, yes.
Oh, my God. What is the age group widened over the years that are fans?
It actually has. It's interesting when I do an author visit. Sometimes I'll go and I'll talk to kids and parents and teachers, and when kids line up to get their book signed, I'll have 5-year-olds, I'll have kids in college, and just recently I've been getting grown-ups who were fans when they were children, and they're bringing their own children who are also fans.
That's
so
great.
I'm feeling very old these days.
We're all feeling very old these days.
Yeah.
And with underpants, even older. What about yes? Hey, in the movies, hello, wow, how did this happen?
It was, I just got very, very lucky. DreamWorks Animation was interested in making a film, and we got connected with David Soren, who is an amazing writer and director, and he took over the project, and he just created gold. It was the greatest experience.
Now, I understand that you have involvement in the movie itself. Usually when this happens, you sell the rights over, for them to develop. But how involved were you this time with this kind of thing?
I was actually pretty involved. I was surprised because I'd heard horror stories about this type of thing, but DreamWorks Animation was very, very kind. They wanted as much involvement as I would give, and they actually listened to my ideas, which was very surprising. Oh. But the nicest thing was hearing the director and getting to know him, and when he told me that he was telling me, he said, "I don't think Captain Underpants is really about a superhero, is it?" And I was like, "No, you're right. It's really about a creative friendship." And since he got it, I felt like I could kind of step back.
Oh, I got it. Okay, fine. So this is very exciting. So what happens after the movie? They usually do like sequels and stuff. Is that too early?
Oh yeah, we have our fingers crossed for a sequel. Yeah, we're very hopeful. It's coming on a DVD this week, so we're excited about that too.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice. So, have you ever had the inclination to to take the stories and make them somewhat modern in the sense of what the country's going through at a particular time, or how much of the social conscious do you put into it, or do you try to not let it get into it?
I try not to really let that part of it get into it. The thing that I find most interesting is to see the characters, these two creative characters in Captain Underpants, as they make their own comics, to see them grow up through their artwork, and to see their ideas get more mature, and to see the themes of their stories to get more grown up as they themselves grow up. I think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, it's when I speak to authors who write books and novels, they create the characters, and then within a couple of chapters, the characters are writing the books for them, almost physically. Does that happen here as well?
It really does, actually. That's one of the things that surprised me is that George and Harold, the two boys in the Captain Underpants stories, they also create their own comic books, and now they're doing their own spin-offs, and I kind of feel like I'm writing through them.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, our time is short, but it's fascinating to speak to you, as I've been aware of the series, and it's nice to speak to the mind behind it. Now, give me a list of ways that I can get involved and get my kids involved and all that. Where can I go for more information?
Well, you could go online, pilkey.com. That's just my last name, Pilkey. Mm-hmm. There's lots of information. And also, my publisher, Scholastic, they have a wonderful website with lots of resources. Scholastic.com will also be a great help.
Great. And what's the information on the movie?
It comes out on DVD this week, and I'm hoping we all have our fingers crossed for a sequel. We're very hopeful.
So we can find that on Amazon, etc., everywhere. Yes,
wherever you find movies and DVDs.
Wherever fine movies and DVDs are sold, as we used to say. Dave, pleasure speaking to you. Continue good luck.
Thanks so much, Ron.
You take care.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, that'll do it for me today. I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new program, but until that time arrives, I wish you peace.